What's up, everyone? Just sorting out some of the production stuff for the in-game later. Hopefully it pans out. Trying to get some team logos in, make them look proper. We have, again, I believe 2 best of 3s today. Not switching to cams yet. Again, I'm still testing stuff here. How are you all doing? Hopefully you guys are doing great. Let me drop the Spotify volume just a tad. There you go. Hopefully everyone's doing great. We have 2 best of 3s today. A seeding match. Oh, actually, it's just a qualifying match and then seeding. Right. Oh no, the first, it's into the semis and then the final. I don't know if they played a seeding match. Probably not. I don't know if you will still seed. It's so freaking hot, I get that feel. It is warm. I'm trying to look for where I saved my old TNC logo. Found it. Coffee weather. Freaking hot is not coffee weather, but we drink coffee regardless. No. It is what we do here in the Philippines. Okay. I think I got that. Alright. Looking like we're getting decent FPS now as well with the GPU updates and Windows updates. Looks like it was just held in the back. That should just be fine. Ice cream plus Dota. That's a combination. How's the weather in Davao? It looks like it's about to rain here. Nice and temperate. No, not too hot. Not really cold, but for an afternoon, it's pretty good. Erwin Bo. Pwede sumali si Ravens Open Qualifiers 2? Yes. Rico Abraham. Hello. I don't know if Cyclops still cast. Would love to do that again. It was fun last time. IHC versus TNC. Who are you rooting for? I think both teams deserve it. I don't know if I'd root for either one. Maybe TNC, you know, but I don't think it's... I don't think IHC are a bad bunch of lads as well. They're real good guys and really good players. They might be able to upset a little bit. I don't know if you'd have TNC as the favorite coming in. You might. But certainly you shouldn't be underestimating IHC in any capacity. Are we waiting for the TNC match? We're waiting for all of the matches to start. It is gonna take some time. How do I mute this? I hear my own stream. Yeah, that should be fine. TNC put in boss, RJ. That's good, that's fair. IHC and YG are the black horses in that bracket. That they are. YG has spoiled a lot of different teams open qualifier runs before. I'd say Kobolds is also not to be underestimated, but I believe the roster has changed since the last. I don't think this is the same Kobolds that we were seeing earlier on in the year, maybe last year as well. Are the rest of the boys going to drop by? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what Gabby has in mind himself. Can check if they have a bunch of people over. Not quite. And I never see the VIP chat. Yeah, we're chilling. It's gonna take some time. Again, here's an in-game lobby delay. Is this best of 1 round? No, it's already... We were already into best of 3s yesterday, so this is a best of 3 game. Let me actually change this, eh? Let's make it a little bit better. Logo left, score left. Let's move these down along with score. Versus. Okay. Now we change these logos to IHC. Logo right. TNC, which again, it's buried deep within on my assets. Where the hell did I... When the hell did I have those? I have the old TNC, eh? Where else is the new one? I had it. Here it is. Mayang hapon, Chest Exploit from the UK. How's it going? Nice and gloomy in London? Whereabouts you are? There you go. Logo should be fine. 0. Jenilyn Marquette. This is still... These are all best of 3s going forward now. Oh, that's not aligned at all. Holy, I'm disturbed. I do not like this. It's a little bit better. I'll take that. TNC game is not done yet. We are waiting. All the games will kick off on the R. So at 5 o'clock Philippine time. 5 o'clock Singapore time. 5 o'clock UTC +8. So you are just waiting for that. Let's see if I can get this nudged a bit. This is not in the right direction. It's not quite centered. And that, again, that disturbs me greatly. Looks a bit better. Okay, yeah. Maybe drag it. No, that's fine. We'll take that. Carlo Fayagain, thank you for dropping by. Chai GPT, good name. It's the TNC Slayer team. That it is. The Pinoy Slayers and the Mongolian stacks. See how they hold up here today in a best of 3. Dale! Yes, sir. Little gun moments, yes sir. John Saniel J. Estacion, shout out to you over on YouTube, thank you. The Mongolian Chop Squad, hell yeah. Beck Mongolian Chop Squad is really good. All TNC na ba sir? We'll see. Again, yeah. Little gun or IHC, not to be underestimated. Is this best of 3 Admiral Kent? Yes it is. John McChills. Yeah, I would go all in, but I think, you know, this is a good match. Should be a good best of 3. Probably the strongest one. Maybe the Abang TK is pretty strong as well. Ah, yeah, Beck Mongolian Chop Set. Yeah. So good. I learned Moon on the Water on guitar, I think. Young Banong, I love you too. Thank you very much. 2-0 TNC, lista na. That's some confidence. Day 2 of Open Qualifiers number 1 for Southeast Asia in the road to TI-13 for IHC versus TNC Predator. to the decider for one of 2 qualifier spots closed. Alright. Add YT, FB, Twitch. Twitch is https twitch.tv/JohnXFire. Facebook is /JohnXFire.gaming. https youtube.com/@JohnXFire. I think those are all right. Hopefully they are. Let me try. Always have to double check. Forget my own links. No, definitely at JohnXFire then. Yeah, alright. Twitch at JohnXFire. TI champion Sabong Esports. That would be very interesting. I was made to hit in America. Saturn. I don't know if we'll have anyone with us. We will see. That time I got reincarnated as RTZ. Thanks for the follow. NKK PGPBGBG. Admiral Kent, favorite anime? Hard to say. I think A Silent Voice, Anthem of the Heart, in terms of films. Yesterday there was a countdown didn't start on time. Yeah, that's because the lobbies were also delayed, and we couldn't see a lot of it. For you, how will I rank the regions and teams in Dota 2? Western Europe, Eastern Europe, China. Western Europe, Eastern Europe, China. MENA, maybe? Southeast Asia, South America. Maybe flip Southeast Asia and South America. Who I got on Sabong versus TK? I think TK 2-1, but who knows? Sabong is pretty strong. Is there Aurora or Blacklist? No, they're already in the closed qualifiers. What team do I think will qualify in Southeast Asia? I think, what team will qualify? I think Aurora is set for 1 slot, but we could get surprised. I want to say Talon, maybe Blacklist, considering how good they look. And then there are the wild cards in IHC, Prism, TK, Sabong. Did Mike Itasaki yet? Not yet. He hasn't done yet. Add letter A's to my IGN. Haha. Nakapagpagabagab. I see. Jeeves, how long is the lobby delay? I believe it's 15 minutes for spectators. Do I have my special Master Bake Shop bread? No, I don't have any Master Bake right now. What was I doing? I was tweeting out. Yes, I forgot to finish my tweet. Very, very smart. Of JohnXFire. Links are all correct, it looks like, so I can make that tweet. Post all. Do I think TNC has what it takes to get in? I do believe so. Amiel, 1221. Hello. It's cold in Davao now, Janjan Doto. It's not that cold. Miko Dota 2. Yeah, I do think they can. CNA and last, yeah. Pag pumasok TNC sa TI, padadalhan kita 2 buong lechon. Mark my words. Hey! I wouldn't say no to that. Gawin natin cochinillo. Mas masaya. I will save that as well. I will mark those words. Marked. Am I 100% Filipino, Gab CC? Yes, I am. Or you're just good in Tagalog? No, I'm 100% Filipino. You want to know what that bread tastes like? It's really good. It's probably the fluffiest, softest bread I've had. And the cheese is just amazing. Good luck, peacemakers. If TNC qualifies, I'll give you 50 subs. Qualify to TI? Qualify in these qualifiers? I don't think that's a very safe bet for you. But qualify to TI, that one's a little bit different. Yeah. This ain't Shan. What's your MMR? Peaked at Divine 4. And then crashed, and then I didn't want to go through that process again. Ilan percent sa iyo ang TNC makakapasok sa TI? What percent? I think TNC has a solid... It feels 50-50. I think it's 50-50. Was I disappointed in Talon's performance? Yes, I was. I think Talon can do a lot better. We saw that in game 1. It just... Something happened to them. They try stuff in draft and doesn't pan out. I'm hoping boys can rally. Like, it's a good learning experience for sure. Vista cool. Hi, Boss John. Will Armel join you casting this game? I don't think so. I think he's on vacation. Christian Alan Magistrado, thank you for following. I believe that is a Facebook follow. Patutoya. No. Sabo Grim. We're doing good. Thank you very much for checking. Hopefully the connection holds up. Twitch sometimes decides to crap out for whatever reason. Is Extrication playing in opens or closed? They are already in closed. So let's see here. Just for everyone's information, what we have in the closed qualifiers: Aurora, Blacklist, Talon, Neon, Execration, Bleed, Manta, and Salvation Gaming. There are 2 open qualifiers, 2 teams from each. So there is tomorrow as well into the next day. It's 4 days of OQs here for the road to the International 13. True Sights, good afternoon to you. Che4J, hope we see more of SF mids. It does feel strong, but I can't fault teams for going back to like Storm and prioritizing Zeus more. But I think if you take care of all of that, SF is the next bet. So I'm pretty sure it's up there in priority now. Whoa, it's a PGL developer on the official PGL account. What's up, Nico? Thanks for tuning in. IHC is a good young team. Yes, they are. Why is TNC not in close qualifiers? They didn't carry their Darling rank? Darling has been in a few qualifiers. I don't think they've been in enough. VCM, thank you again for dropping by, and thank you for the sub. But good luck to Yoe. We'll see if they can make it through. Thank you again very much. Mike will cast also. Mike is busy. He's not even online, so I can't quite invite him. Mr. Dougie, good morning. Best admin, #1 admin. Are you also going to cast the closed qualifiers? Not sure yet. To be determined. Ocho dieciocho. Thank you for following. We need more weird combos before Copenhagen. Hell yes. We are 5 minutes before, but again, it's probably, I think my delay, my countdown's probably a little bit wrong. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to go 15-minute delay. Let's see, maybe it's about 10 and the timer's correct. We'll switch in to cams shortly. Just chilling out here. Ravens fan club did get knocked out by Prism. Prism is Bob, Seimei, Tsukimoto, 423, Carlo. Zeke Jarvis, shout out sir, watching from Ilocos Sur. Shout out to you. Everyone else from Ilocos as well. Teofferman 48, Boss John Xvar, I love you too, buddy. X1 TGG. Didn't heard your answer whether Abat over Palos John. Ads break. Look, I think both of them are good players. I don't think it's fair to hold either down. Palos looked really good in the last qualifier we were watching. And Abat looked good in that qualifier they were playing while Palos was on Blacklist. I think, again, every player can be good in the right circumstances. Both of them have their shining moments. I wouldn't rate one over the other. I think it's pretty close. There is no delay. Was 1F Dotto. Was if Dotto. Alda. Yeah. Bob is on fire at the mid. Best pause 4 and C for me. Jocam, Q. I think that is very straightforward. Tim's is pretty close, but I think when you look at when Jocam and Q get their big plays, it is kind of sickening. Who's your Dota 2 GOAT? Who is my GOAT? Puppy Dendi? I think Dendi just for how positive his attitude's been. Puppy for how impactful he still is. I mean, people meme on Secret, but they still qualify in. They still put up a good fight. Can I see TNC having deep run? Yes, I can see that. Hope TNC qualifies for TI. So whatever happens, we'll support them all the way. Yeah. Jabood on YouTube. John, kain tayo ng merienda quick. I would love some. That would be very nice. John Sanyal J Estacion on YouTube as well. TNC is a strong team, but they always choke when things don't come their way. But still, I support TNC. Go Pinoy. I don't think it's fair to say they'll choke this time. It's a different lineup. Boss Balut, thanks for casting these open qualifiers. Boss John, watching from Cagayan Valley. Hope you're doing well over there, Boss Balut. John Ledesma, good afternoon to you as well. Corden looks good on Team Secret. He has looked a lot better than what I was expecting, so it's fine. Yeah, I think he's been working out well. He's had time to develop, and I think that was a really important part for Corden. Nico, no problem. PGL developer, sir. No problem. Hopefully we see each other there. Ming Gaming, TFT. What time start? Games are set to start in 2 minutes. It should be a 10 to 15 minute delay from the in-game lobby. So we will see if the timer is accurate. Excuse me. Magandang hapon, Boss Lodi. From Rio Kabuguas on YouTube. Chewy, what's up? Miguel Angelo de Leon. Best team of all time? Probably OG or Liquid when it was, you know, Kuro. Maybe Secret at some point. Team Spirit could be up there as well. Kogski, can TNC do this? They can, but it's a very close matchup here. Dexter's Lab, Laagang, Bolanon. Shout out Sir John from Bohol. Shout out to you. Amon Kira 44. Any like hidden cursed strats that you hope people will field? There's some real cursed stuff. What's the most cursed strat I can think of, huh? Full strength Morphling with a strength facet. And you build attack speed. It is very, very, very cursed. Hi, John. If they win this, are they qualified? They have to win 2 best of 3s. They have to win 2 best of 3s. GG's. Oh, 0-0 star player. Did I play Dota? I play Dota every night. I play like 15 games. There's some crap like that. X1 TGG. I want DJ in a Europe team. I don't know. Could be. Eros Tyler 01. I am a Philippine passport holder. I was born and raised in the Philippines. My parents are Filipino. 100%. Blaze Ronas. Sinong mga paso sa quali na malakas na team dito buod sa TNC? Prism, Team TK, IHC, Yangon. We did have Ravens fan club get knocked out yesterday as well. Jabood. AA mid. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Buti nandito ka, Boss John. Laugh trip ang duo niyo kagabi. Walang live stream ang TNC, so dito ko sa inyo. Thanks for dropping by, Ryan Gonzalez. Chewy, thank you as well for the offer. If it gets out of hand, I will probably poke you. Not a C player. Do you think if Abed punches Gabby again, they can win Riyadh? Yeah, it seems like a power-up. I think the technique is everyone has to get pissed off at Gabby at some point. You're just kidding around, Gabby. But, you know, I think that would be quite the storyline. Alan Kira, that stupid Dazzle Phoenix strat where they spam Shallow Grave on Phoenix with a missing HP burn facet is... Yeah, that is pretty insane. Pokemon Trainer on YouTube. Shout out to you as well. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Dota Toxic Trash Talker. Shoutout sa asawa ko, Jenica Love. Kani Marvin Pogi, Mwah. Dota Toxic Trash Talker. Shoutout to Jenica Love. Ryu Kabugas. Wala pa ata, di pa pasok TNC lots. Not yet. 15. When TNC will win 2-0. Calbs, we'll see Calbs. And if that is Calbs that I know from casting, shout out to you, Calbs, as well. Miguel Angel De Leon, clock broken? Yes, he is. Manerf kaya Zeus 100% has to be. Kenneth, shout out from Cagayan de Oro City, Admiral Kent. In-game name, your defined force, same as me. I'll try to remember your IGN. I also play every night. I've been playing a lot of Turbo. I haven't played rank. I get way too toxic. Mental health. Gogski, let's root for TNC. Let's see. Alkin Romero, Mr. Johnny. Walang, they do have a fight right now. Alkin Romero. Let me see. I got chatted up. Yes, sir. Shout out to Bosku, the Peacemaker, the Godfather, the Mastermind, ang iisang boss ng PH Dota. Shout out to Bosku, Carlo Kuku Palad, ang iisang boss ng Philippine Dota. Anyone else feels sorry for Fly? Dude is Krav Maga, but Avid didn't even learn how to throw a punch. Bubash, shout out to your wife Pepot. Shout out Geraldine. TNC needs to win 2 best of 3s. Sophie raid. Sophie, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the raid. Hopefully you had a good stream. I saw you playing Dota again. God bless you. That is something. Do we have delay? Yes, there will be a delay. I think we can switch our draft screen right now. There will be a delay. No, there are 2 more days. So this is last day for Open Qualifier 1. But there's 1 more Open Qualifier after. Do you have the game live? Watch the Peacemaker. So you shall take a look. Snit! Thanks for dropping by, Snit. Hello! You've taken, you don't have competition anymore, Snit. Number 1 and number 2 are gone. Well, I do believe number 2, Admin and Nina, will show up in Riyadh. Shout out to my wife, Carmina Lane Torres. Low rank dotes. Shout out to her, Carmina Lane Torres. Bakit wala naka-live ni na Armel? Armel is out. I don't know where Gabby is, honestly. W mini profile. Yeah, that's a funny one. Shout out sa mga kababayan ko dyan sa Taguig sa may Kanto 10 from LA from Jeril Kevin. Tagalog cast na Kuya John. Nah, I could try. I will do it at some point. Nakatulog naman ng maayos si Yoe. Aaron Keat, hello. Shout out to you, Sophie. The true dog queen of Filipino streaming. I don't know if that's a good thing to say, but shout out to you, Sophie. Miss you. I miss her work in DPC. Count to 10. Count to 1. Count to 2. Count to 3. Count to 4. Count to 5. Count to 6. Count to 7. Count to 8. Count to 9. Count to 10. It's a good one. It's a good one. I never realize. Ang bobo mo, ang bobo mo. Team TK, I'm not sure if anyone's streaming. What's my advice to people who want to do casting? Andromeda Hyun, that's a good question. I would say just do it. Go out there, do it. You start with just your friends watching. You start with a small circle. You improve. You get feedback. You get confident in front of the mic, in front of the camera. So I would say, the first step is to do. And I'd say, start with casting your own games. Start with casting, like these open qualifiers are free for all. There's not that many people casting. Feel free to do it. Other regions. You don't need to do just Southeast Asia. You find Western Europe opening, and we'll go ahead and watch it. And cast it. Shout out to all the players on CEN. Yes, sir. Pinoy ka pala, Lodi. Yes, sir. Basta Gino Sebastian on Facebook. But pag ikaw di bastos pakinggan? I think it's the accent. Shout out and happy birthday to my pro Dota 10. Let's see if me Parbs can beat Prism. That'd be a great birthday gift for them. Who's my favorite individual player to cast? Cox. Do you have to make your bed every time you're supposed to cast a game? That sounds exhausting. Yeah, but I cheat. I have like clippers for the bed sheets so they never go off. Then I just stuff stuff behind the pillow. Kangs Gaming, shout out to you. Malaki ba kitaan ng caster, Sir John? Hindi. Hindi. Snit, yeah, I do fix it every time, but it's not that hard. But di mo kasama si MLP. Mike has a family, man. He has a baby. You know, he's taking care of the wife, taking care of the baby. So, it's hard to drag him out. Fred, aside from being a caster, what do I do for a living? We're trying to get into food vlogging. We'll see if that kicks off again. New videos, Merienda with Mike and John. Merienda MJ on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Check it out. We've already got a few videos there. It's pretty fun. Mayang hapon by John Marcy on YouTube. Hello. Uncle Sam 109. Very funny. Son, where's my baby? Very funny. Happy birthday sa bio ko. Si Jason de Guzman. You who love you ka ni ate. Mama chup chup. Zeus Zero. Dan Steph Gaming. Mayang hapon by from Cebu. Mayang hapon sa inyong tanan. How do you improve your English, Kuya John? I just spoke English growing up, so... Boss Nerd 03. Who was my inspiration caster, both local and international? My inspiration, no kidding, was AC. And I swear, if I meet AC, I'm gonna have to thank him for how much fun I had with his casts. I think AC, A-Y-E-S-E-E. AC, some of you guys who are newer to the scene probably don't remember him. He had this amazing voice, and the hype casting was insanely great. So, I do miss that. Yunberg, favorite caster along with Mike, thank you very much. I hope so as well. That would be the dream, Yunberg. Let's see. Sa Citel? Pag gumagamit ba ng Phoenix si Cox? Cox egg! Yeah, of course, let's say that. Cox clock, Cox cogs! All the good stuff. That's exactly what we want. AC is a legend. Yeah, I'll absolutely love him. Amy Blanco, rock on. Thank you very much. Food and Dota, best combination? Yes, it is. Isa lang video mo, idol? Yeah, we only have one full video there, and we have a bunch of shorts. We do have like several videos lined up. Again, they're still being edited. It's a lot of content. And once we do have it up, it will go launching smoothly. Eros Tyler01, belated happy birthday to you from June 1. What was my college course before, Sir John? If you're not a caster today, what's my profession now? I was taking up animation. I dropped out. I studied in Singapore. If I wasn't casting, I would probably be doing digital marketing. Digital marketing, video production, maybe live production. Some like what people do in esports when they actually run the streams, edit videos down, stuff like that. Hey, Hev Gabby, shout out po sa mga anak ko, Az and Eb. Salamat masi. Do you think Gabby and Abbott are friends again? I want to believe so. I have no insight on how the dynamics work. Sobrang init ba dyan sa Davao? It's not too hot, to be fair. Switch to Twitch from YouTube. Sub to Merienda with Mike and John, guys. Thank you, Ice and Soul. Do I have a background on radio jockey? You have good voice modulation. No, I don't, actually. Watch the live match in my Telegram streaming channel. Opeyemi Islamia. Interesting. I am too lazy to actually strike that off, so. One scroll, how did you get good in English? Paano ka gumaling mag-English, Lods? We grew up speaking English, which is very fortunate for me. How about casting couch? I can be an anchor, that'd be interesting. Gabby X John, I'm open to it. As long as I don't ruin Gabby's vibe. I always don't want to intrude on spaces. Are we going to Riyadh? I hope so. No invites yet. Fingers crossed, but you know, you never know. You're so positive sounding and seems no toxic people around you. Am I single? Publicly, yes, I am single. Taga Davao mandiay ka. Nga naman, 24 Charles. What's my goal as caster? Of course, always TI finals with me and Mike. Asa ka sa Davao, idol. We are in the Matina area. Apologies for the ads if you are getting hit by ads. It is it is a slow one. Na-content ako ni Gabi. Talaga? Sige lang. Salamat, Boss Gabi. Pa-shoutout na lang. Can I say nakakapag-paggabagab? Yes, I can. Barb versus Prison. I'm not sure if anyone's casting it, unfortunately. Leo cast with Gabby, down for it if he wants me. Again, I don't want to ruin the vibe. They've got a vibe when they watch their own boys, you know? Venom and Centaur gotta be the most annoying heroes to play. They are among the most annoying. Raven's team is already out. Got knocked out by Prism yesterday, 2-1. Play poker with Gabby? No, I don't gamble. I would play friendly poker. Fair. Lagtag Samaldol. I would love it. Solid ads. 30 minutes. Nakakapagpabagabag. Nabait kanya sa natangahan ka ba kay Sola? Yeah, everyone loves baiting me. That's so wrong. Don't quote that, please. Avid's interview with you and Mike, grabe yung ngiti ni MLP. Yeah, I mean, we've been asking every time we get Avid's team and they win, we ask for Avid to be interviewed. He never says yes. When we were in Stockholm, right? When we were in Stockholm, I saw Avid while he was on EG. He was in the van going to the airport. I was like, hey, Avid, yeah, you want to come back to Southeast Asia? He didn't even talk. He shook his head violently. The door closed. And that was literally the last time I spoke to him in person until Manila this year in January. That is it. Shout out Mira Cambronero. Thank you very much. Magkano daw talent fee mo, sir, kung kukunin kang cast ng isang event, sir? It depends on the event and the scope. It changes per event, to be fair. I would say I'm more fluent in English. John Kenneth, yes, sir. What are those things behind me? Do I have Weeb action figure collections? Yes, I do. Look, I have Edelgard on my PC. Don't know if that's showing focus. I have Edelgard. And I have a Wind Ranger. Right up there. Shout out to the Kanya family. Shout out to you guys. Is Triplac funny in real life? Yes, he is. And he's very friendly, very caring guy. I loved hanging out. We have a content piece with him as well. Look forward to that when we were in Manila. Was stuck in Romania with Abed and Fnatic guys after TI-10. I only remember him saying 3 words. Yeah, Meep Merp. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Abed was super quiet until this January. I mean, again, he has a loving girlfriend. I don't know how public it is. I feel like it is. So, Pia and Abed, very cute couple. I'm very happy to always see them. Just like VCM and Yoa. Favorite Dota hero right now? Lion. Lion. Fist of Death. So good. What's my real name? It's John. Highest earned by casting. What event? 6 digits. No comment. But it was a good time. DPC was a very good time. What was my first game of Dota? 2005? 2005, I think. 5, maybe 4. 100 bits. Thank you very much. Definitely not Matador. John X Fire, more like John X Lukewarm. Am I right? You are correct. You are correct. Atara Pretty Ebenezer Pangit. Pangit. Is that a joke? Only Rabbit. Kumusta date ninyo ni Chuplak? It went really well, bro. Calzada on Facebook. Dazai300. I forgot to shave. Dazai3005. I am born in the Philippines. Born in Manila. And then when I was around 2 or 3, moved to Jensen. A year after, we moved into Davao. What is Xfire? Xfire was an old chat. So before everyone used Discord, you'd use Xfire while gaming, right? Pudding ni Kikai. I do remember that. Yeah, I got owned pretty hard. 69 Savage. This is game 1. How close are you with 23? I'd say I'm good friends with him. Honestly, I feel like once you meet the players and just chat with them, and considering again, when we had CDPC from Beyond the Summit, I did all the content pieces. You know, so I get to talk to a lot of players, a lot more than say other casters. So I'd say I'm pretty happy friends with pretty much all of them. John X Skype would have been a possibility if I didn't register for Skype later, so. VCM, opo, best of 3 na po to. All series going forward are best of 3. Nag-host ka ng mga events, John, like Eri Neiman? No, I don't actually. Would be interesting. How old am I? I'm 30, turning 31. Very old. Have I hung out with the other casters? Yeah, I mean, I don't specifically hang out with the male or female casters, but I do hang out. We've hung out, especially while we're in Malaysia, you know. Tsunami, all of us, we're going out for dinners, you know. Karaoke. Karaoke's so fun, I miss it. John X Discord, John X Friendly. John, why is my English so damn good? I grew up speaking English first, so that's it. Live na Gabby, cool. Check out Gabby on Kick, Gabby Dota. How about serving Natty? Nat, we haven't had as much chances to hang out. We did quite a fair bit in Romania, but our schedules were off. Again, we were doing NAs, so we were working from 12 a.m. until 7 a.m. So we wouldn't really get to hang out too often, sadly. Closest international caster, Slacks, I'd say I'm close with pretty much all of them. I would say it's hard. I don't like saying I'm closer to any of them in specific. Will we be at Riyadh? Hopefully so. Who's the generous who usually picks up the bill among the casters? Oh, we do KKB. We are very fair people. Idol, ano masabi mo kay Palos? Pakiulit po nung sinabi mo doon kay Gabi. Mira, no. Only Gabi can bait me for his content. I mean, solo casting, we can join in. Nika, that's not a fair comparison. They're all very pretty, okay? Ag kayo alis kay John, double tab lang. Bro, have you ever hung out with ODP? Yeah. TI, KL, Genting. What's my MMR? Peak at Div 4, then drop down. We'd say yung slight beef ni Gab and 23 is in-game lang. I cannot personally say. What I can say now, and I might not be able to read chat going forward as much, we do have our draft on hand, guys. Game 1, TNC versus IHC, the Filipino Slayers. I muted myself. The Filipino Slayers coming up right now. As we shall see. And this should be fun. Let me know if the music's a little bit too loud. I forgot to remove my Deus Ex announcer, sadly. And let's see. Shout out Vanessa Valo. There you go. Super proxy pogi ba si Owe? Syempre. Pogi yan lahat.
5 seconds, boss.
Pogi talaga. Let's see here. Timbersaw being banned by TNC. IHC taking care of the Razor and the Tiny. Love that read from IHC. Tiny in particular, especially in Pos 1, has been infuriating to play against. The damage reduction is insane. So we shall see. Benji Kasayuran, may Twitch ka ba? Or kaya may Kick? We don't have Kick. We do have Twitch. Twitch.tv/SeanXpar. Shout out to the Manila Boys from Boyax 1995. Saan ka sa Davao, Matina area? Ano palagay nyo? Aabot ba to ng game tree? I think so. Slaughter being banned out by TNC as well. Zeus, thankfully taken care of by IHC. DK is still there. TA is still there. TNC has first pick. Either of those can come out. They will ban the Sniper on IHC's end. So again, TA, Phoenix, Shadow Fiend, Storm. Pretty strong mids to start off and set your draft around. Mars still there. Kabaloka, magbudot sa John. I do it for fun. I don't know if I really know how to do it. They will go to SF. Again, it's been left in the pool. TA has been banned out by TNC. So, we shall see what they pick up next. IHE has the option for the DK. DK into Shadow Fiend does not sound like a good lane, to be fair. I think Shadow Razors just wins that lane.
10 seconds remaining.
5
seconds.
Honestly, Bob made the Storm matchup against SF look really good. I think with confidence, you can make that. You can get that done on the side of IHC. So you could just go Storm very early here. I don't know if that's really the appropriate way to go. They'll go to DK instead for Ikigai. I don't know if that lane matchup makes sense. Again, it doesn't feel amazing. With a Shadowmire, SF does win that lane pretty damn hard. So I do like this setup already from TNC. I don't think the solution from IHC is that clean. We'll have to see what they will kind of follow through on IHC's end. They could ban the Clockwork now. Centaur being banned out by TNC themselves.
Dyer's turn to ban.
And the side of... And they will ban the Phoenix on top of that. IHC, for their part, what will you ban out? You have to take care of the CK of the Clockwork. No, they leave the Clockwork in. They take care of the Life Stealer instead. So Clock could be picked up by IHC instead. And they will. And see what TNC will pick up for their part. You don't have the Clockwork SF combo, but it almost feels unnecessary, considering your lane is already pretty good to start off with. You can go with... What will they go for? Straight into the Marcy? Has not felt like the best hero so far. I'll be frank. I keep seeing teams pick this up in the qualifiers. Still sidekick, I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be our Jing hero on the offlane. There's a very quirky chance. I think Palos is one of those players right now that can take like a Marcy 1 and go Battle Fury. I still feel like that's the strongest position for Marcy, if not 4. They'll go into Gyrocopter instead, but that lane is pretty nuts. right? Rebound off of a gyrocopter running forward with the facet on the added move speed from the rocket barrage. Sidekick on gyrocopter early on is super oppressive. So I can see where TNC is going with this down the line. I don't know if you will want to run that on Cuckoo, to be fair, but Marcy Gyro is a very good lane. It's just that you don't like Marcy 5. So I think that is something that will hold them back here on the side of TNC. IHC for their part, again, with the clockwork already feeling pretty alright. I suppose there is some flex for the gyrocopter Marcy as well. IHC will just go into the Mars. Really nice solution here on hand. That arena is insanely strong. Except, we saw from Prism, we saw from Carlo yesterday, a preset ward will show you vision inside. And you can, more than likely, just drop a ward inside as well. So I think that is going to be very interesting. Did you manage to find? We are on an in-game delay of 15. The stream has no delay, so I do see chat, guys. I do see all of you talking away there. And again, if you are on Twitch, there are auto ads. I do apologize. I'm going to try to snooze them when I can. But we have YouTube, we have Facebook, no ads running there. Twitch just has auto ads for distribution, so it will stay on, unfortunately. Weaver comes out for IHC. You don't have the best hold from TNC to stop that. You don't have the clock, you don't have the Mars. Marcy's not great hold. Shadowfeed could try with Blink Yules,
10 seconds.
Kayayasha plus Ags, but this Weaver is going to be very slippery here for IHC. In the lane of Clockwork Weaver, honestly, is not too bad with the wider cogs. You can weave in and out, actually, as a Weaver, so that is pretty fine. TNC, what will you go for? Will you flex Marcy, flex Gyrocopter in support, flex Marcy into 4? Will you go IO Gyrocopter with Marcy? It doesn't feel like enough control from TNC. Is Veno good? I wouldn't rate Veno highly. I think a Weaver doesn't care for Venomancer. DK could be annoyed along with Clockwork Mars, but the Weaver itself doesn't care all too much. So I don't think it's gonna be that annoying there. Let's see what's gonna be picked up by the side of TNC. It will go for the Enigma pickup, perhaps going for that on the off lane. Dougie, I see you messing around.
10 seconds left.
Alright. Apologies, checking chat. This is the best of 3. Enigma again for TNC on the offlane. This has been consistently banned out. So there is value. I think the facet for spawning Eidolons is actually pretty strong. Right? And I do believe you just pull heroes out. The damage reduction is huge. Actually, when they are within 200 distance. So 15% damage reduction innately is insane. Splitting image, pretty nice. I feel like Event Horizon is actually stronger, but I've seen a lot more splitting image. I think from what little I've seen from Enigma sliding through. Still, Event Horizon does feel like a very potent chase down. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what they will go for here. What do we close out with? Winter Wyvern banned out from the side of TNC. IHC, take care of the X. There's an LC there as well. What's our PC build? We upgraded from a 3900X to a 5800X 3D. We've got a 3080 going from a 2080 Super, all secondhand, because I couldn't afford new. 32 gigs of DDR4 at 3600 CL18. 1 terabyte 980 Evo Pro, 2 terabyte 980 Evo Pro, 4 terabyte WD Black, 2 terabyte 860 QVO on a tough Wi-Fi X570 Gaming Plus. Let's see here. Last bans. Are you gonna take care of the LC? I mean, no. You already have the Enigma. Are you expecting Enigma support here from TNC? It can work. A Jing... No, that should be Cuckoo Enigma. If you are gonna go like Enigma Marcy support duo. But it makes sense for Jing to take the farm. So maybe you go Jing Enigma, Cuckoo Marcy, Marcy Gyrocopter lane. Not sure where you go from there. I don't think IO is... It feels so weird, because your team fight's nice with Black Hole. It puts so much pressure. You already have Hookshot to stop the Enigma Black Hole, true BKB, true Lincolns. You really don't care on the side of IHC, considering how strong the clockwork is. And we saw Puppy again kind of ruining one of those series on Dream League 23, I think, where his hook shots were just insane. They banned a Rubik, Venomancer to close out, so we are getting the offlane Enigma here for good old Cox. Cox Enigma, Cox and his black hole. Somewhat funny. IHC for their part, looking for the last big support.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds, boss.
There's Lich, CM, Grimstroke. Grimstroke Mars is pretty good. Hoodwink's there as well. We're going Drow. They're going support Weaver. On the side of IHG, we haven't seen this in a while. It's an 11 Mars, of course, Kishka on the Weaver, Fortune Soul on the Drow. It is a Cox Enigma offlane, Kuku on the Venomancer, Palos on the Gyrocopter, of course, and Jing on the Marcy. So you do end up with a Marcy Enigma. That lane can be a rundown lane, to be fair. I think that lane is actually decent in terms of like playing off of Malefice and then rebounding off. It's not bad. Cox is going for Event Horizon as well, so the slow is pretty sick. And the Venomancer up against this side. Again, the Weaver is a support, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't care. The Strength Heroes will be annoyed, especially the blink cancellations from the wards. That does make the angles for IHC very awkward. A very interesting game one coming out here. Let me see if I've set my logos right. Doesn't feel like I did. Let me set the in-game, just roughly set them up here. Team logos. Okay, this is going to generic Dota 2 coverage. IHC now. And that's very small. I'll have to fix that. This goes into team logos now. Gosh darn it. The Drow is a good idea. I feel like Drow is a core overall. It's pretty strong. Free Agi for everyone's nice. But overall, I would say I do kind of like TNC's draft a little bit more. So, we'll see how it goes. This is game one. Let me just fix the logos before we go in, alright? Calm down. Alright, this is not fixed yet. Hang on. There are some logos. Never mind. They've got logos. They don't need us. Alright. We will switch into the game. Whoa. I'm getting so confused. We will switch into the game. And here we go. Game number one. TNC up against IHC. What the heck is happening? When TIOQ start? Now, boss. Oh. Now, boss. Alright. Best of three. That is IHC up against TNC. Let me kill my Spotify, of course, I forgot. There we are. Into the game, all serious. Fuck that. Palus. 11 and Palos, of course, they did hang out in Mongolia when Palos was on Exe. And is something that we've seen already before. Bob, Palos, all those guys. Dog 11. Love to see that the camaraderie is still there. I did accidentally hit F12. Apologies. My key mapping for caster controls are an F11. I think I fat-fingered it. Nothing too exciting just yet. FPS holding steady. Oh yeah, it was definitely a Windows issue yesterday. Are getting the performance that we're looking for. Early aggressive ward out from the side of TNC from Bosku. Ace with a Cogs wants to steal. Not going to be able to do so. We'll at least get some free harass onto Yoe. And we'll start popping the Cogs. Free single charge for Yoe. Not too bad. 2 for 2 trade. See how these lanes break out. The map feels oddly brighter from what I'm used to. Still, taking a look down mid. You've got Yoe on the SF up against Ikigai on the DK. And again, this lane should be fairly straightforward for the SF. Shadowmire plus raises onto this DK. It's not going to feel great. You do have innate Dragon Blood at least, but it's still not going to feel amazing for Ikigai. You can try to slow it down with Breed Fire. You know, I feel like these facets should do something with Breed Fire. Like, say, on Corrosive Dragon form, maybe give it a minus armor aspect, remove the damage reduction, right? Stuff like that. Still, again, straightforward for Yoe. Ikigai can manage the lane as long as he doesn't step up, keep pulling these creep back, and just have it shove into his wave. It should still be manageable for the DK overall. See how that develops down line. Down bot, you already have Kuku chasing around Kishka. Good old Venomancer. Again, Noxious Plague down the line will be annoying. Got Palos on that Gyrocopter as well, with the Afterburner on the Rocket Barrage. They are laning up again. against Kishka and 11. So Palos does get to play against his friend in 11 on the Mars. This is a pretty straightforward lane for Palos. There's some good amount of slows, good chase down potential. If only Palos hit level 2. With the Gale landing, the Rocket Barrage would have found the kill. Kishka can't do much to stop this early on. He does take skitter steps still as a support. The slow is a lot of value here. I don't know when you'd go for the EXP on the attacks. It feels nice. I mean, theoretically, again, for a support, it's pretty big in scaling up, but you lose that slow, it's pretty massive. And so far, a good free lane for Palos. Not much kill threat for 11. No setup from Kishka. There's some minus armor synergy there, but I don't know if you really want to go for the early swarm on Kishka. Anyhow, you get another good Gale from Cuckoo. He is starting to run out. Only one usage left. No mangoes either, so there should be an opening for IHC as soon as that's consumed up. Palos getting a little bit aggressive with a Rocket Barrage, but not able to fully commit. You do have the Sentry to watch the movement from Kishka at the least here, but not really, again. Able to really get control. Still taking a look at the last lane up top. You've got Calm Player, 1, 2, 3, Cox, along with Jing, up against Fortune Shoal and Ace, and this is very straightforward for the Drow. Straightforward lane, Cogs into the multi-shot. You are fairly happy here. The kill threat is there, especially if Cox does manage micro, as they will actually kill off Palos first. I know how that happens. That's rather interesting. Didn't quite expect that to be what happened there. But, nice first blood for IHC. Regardless of how it happens, Palos may be overstepping his bounds. They will find Ace. Again, the aggression here for the side of TNC is pretty nice. You can use the Eidolons to set forward for a good rebound and to dispose, synergize as well. Oh, and you do go splitting image for Cox, but that's fine. Even more Eidolons. How much Eidolons is it per? Takes more than 350 damage. He spawns an Eidolon next to him. Okay, fair enough. Do they keep the respawn mechanic as well? I think they do, right? Okay. So, they do manage to find that opening on the clock. I think you have to really respect this level 3, level 4 timing. It can be strong. Do have mic problems for TNC. No problem for Kishka and the boys. We'll sit back and relax, but IHC in a good decision. Again, they lose their clockwork top. You did find Palos, but you are finding laning farm extremely on the 11. No mic problem here. Thank you, 11. Good to know.
All right, let's do this.
All right, back into the game we go. As they will just keep the lanes going. Again, the one lane that's maybe a little bit more out of their control for IHC is the mid. Ikigai can't do anything to really stop Yoe. Yoe already 4, level 2 raises, level 2 present the Dark Lord. Good right click harass onto Ikigai, good consistent mana harass as well. Rune control looks to be set up. Again, he has that forward ward to watch right by. Someone rotates into the bounty, or even just goes back to stack. Nice rebound off from Jing. Finds Fortune Soul. Can he make it out? The Malefice, way too much stuns. And Jing will find another. Jing getting work done here with the setup from Cox with the Malefice. Malefice is just a ridiculous spell for what it does in laning. So you do manage to get the big kill this time around. Again, TNC lanes looking smashingly well. You're finding stable farm for Palos, for Cox, for Yoe. There's not much that IHC can really do to fight against that, especially with the Weaver support. This is one of the things that I am wondering what Kishka can get done on that Weaver. He is going for the earn timing, so there's some good aggression for the Weaver once that does come in. And he does have the good forward ward. He does not manage to snipe a courier. That is fairly unfortunate here for Kishka, but it is what it is. Yoe gets a water rune. Ikigai takes one as well. They will find Fortune Soul once again up top. Cuckoo makes a rotation in. With all the slows, look at that slow, man. Ace cannot run. 270 move speed. Good God.
Top tower is under attack.
It just falls down. A nice pickup. A great rotation out from Cuckoo. Understanding that, again, Palos solo up against Amor's Weaver. Not under any threat as long as he doesn't walk into an arena or into a spear. So they get that opportunity to play elsewhere. And again, keep that bullying out. 4-1 start. TNC in very good form right now. Side of IHC. Lagging behind a little bit here. Jing still keeping watch. Level 3 on the Marcy. Rebound dispose ready. Not going to go too far. will back off. Does respect the battery assault. Ace does go for a level 2 battery assault instead of the cogs. Considering how often they've been chunked, it is understandable. Cuckoo's been very on point with Gales, landing them onto 11 again. Look at that steady harassment onto the Mars. Does not feel good to be 11 right now on that lane, as they will find Fortune Soul again. Kishka will kill off Cox, but it's just a straightforward combo. Malefice into Rebound, Dispose. And it's just so much control, so much slows. Jing gets dragged into the Cogs. I think he wanted to be blocked out. Cox will get a double with the Eidolons. Everything going right for TNC. This Enigma pick. We've seen this from a couple of times when Geek Fam was still around for Cox. His offlane Enigma is pretty damn strong. To this extent, I did not quite expect. But he is getting work done here on the side of TNC. Top of the net worth board right now on the Enigma. Going for a quick Vlad's on hand. Will have Black Hole as well, as long as he can get the good catch. Did see the shield rune again coming out for Yoa, so very secure on the mid. Ikigai has the dragon form, but you can't really poke the tower without a creep wave. That is the one thing. Like, he'll get a couple of right clicks off now. Literally one right click. 75 damage onto the tier 1. Big whoop. Doesn't really amount for much. This kind of boils back to the support of IHC. The clock works fine, but the Weaver, I feel like, is just not getting any value as of yet. Does have the Urn with a charge. So maybe things start to happen from there, but doesn't feel amazing. It feels like you're more reliant right now on Ace 12 to actually try to open up for you here on the side of IHC. We shall see. Already top tier 1 at 300 HP from Cox, just shoving in. It's gone. 7 minutes in, tier 1 tower falls. Fortune Soul forced to jungle early at level 4. Not a good feeling for him. Still getting free farm in the solo lane for Palos. And again, this is why the Weaver pick was a little bit surprising. Over stuff like Hoodwink. That could set up for your Mars. It just means you don't have that much play. They're forced to back off here. Kishka will try to play poke. You get the 1 cogs, but it's under a sentry for Kishka. They've got the Gale off. They got the Dragon Tail, though, with Ikigai coming in. They will find Bosku. Cox looking for a black hole, but the battery assault is on top. Will manage to get the rebound off the slowdown Ace. He will get the cogs to block. Jing, stuck in the middle, is slowly getting chipped away. They're trying to bait. They will get the arena in the back as well, as Jing should be able to run off. The arena does entrap Yoe. Doesn't get the Requiem off. The black hole now onto 1, only onto Kishka. Can he take the follow-up fight to Cox? Will they keep chasing? 2-for-1 trade in favor of TNC. It does not look like it. Jing barely escaping with his life. Again, good patience out from Cox, waiting for that black hole, even if only onto 1. Losing Yo is pretty big. It's still a massive gold swing, 2-for-2, including Cuckoo earlier on. It's a good enough gold swing for IHC, but not too bad for the side of TNC and finding some punishment there. Only supports, but you'll take what you can get. And again, you've got map control on hand here for TNC. Taking top tier 1. Now, IHC have not been able to leverage their DK to keep going forward. Try to siege onto some objectives. And they are getting room to just get some free stacks up. A couple of ancient stacks, a couple of medium-large camp stacks. Slow going for IHC. Especially Fortune Soul. 3k net worth. Doesn't feel great. They're eyeing him up again. Rebound's ready on Jing. Does connect, but the silence is right on time from Fortune Soul to interrupt. They won't be able to get the follow-through.
Radiant's middle tower is
Smoke out. TNC going with Palos. Does have the early Falcon Blade power treads going into the Daedalus. Still a little bit far off from the full Blades of Attack. Cuckoo has a Noxious Plague ready. Join the smoke on Jing. Outside of vision still. Want to cross behind. Want to find Ikigai. Noxious Plague's out. Ikigai's just dead. There's no saving this. Cogs tries to come in to stall. Kishka set the fall now along with Ace 12. They will drop from the poison and the damage. And now the mid-tier 1 opening up for TNC. Fortify will stall. but not stall for long. Great read for Paulus to join in for this one. Max out Barrage plus the flak. Has a lot of output. Doesn't even need a call down. Kishka trying to hold on to the objectives. 11 is on hand. Blink still not quite there. TNC are free to just pull back and keep going. Cox still farming up. A BKB rush here for the Enigma. It's going to be a very strong timing once that's up. No level 6 just yet in Ace 12. Does need more time to cook into that point. Again, TNC happy days so far. Crystal is up for Palos. Going for the full Ags next. Jing feeling pretty happy with just a bracer alone, as long as he can pop the Unleash, of course. He's been doing a great job on the Marcy with the rebounds. Especially, again, with Cox. Just chain stun lane has been extremely painful for IHC. Fortune Soul still trying to go for Dragonlance. This Drow bottom network core. It's not exactly what you like to see here for IHC. If you're a IHC fan, Blink is up for Ikigai. They will try to smoke off the back of this on IHC's end. Very important kills to try to find, because Ace 12, again, is still 5. So if you can get the Blink, can get that initiation with the Dragon Tail, get the burst, get that 6 in the clockwork, you've got some more security to deal with. That black hole coming in here. Still the 1 earn charge as well. Cox, will he be found? He's TPing away. Jing might be a sacrificial lamb. The only one left. And even Jing TP's away. Good reads out from the side of TNC. Oh! Blink out for the Illyrian. They do manage to get the Dragon Tail onto Yoa. Can he keep the chase up? Meanwhile, Jing on the side does manage to find 11 before the arena can come in. Yoa channeling the Requiem does clip Kishka. Does have time-lapse ready to go if need be, and will be able to escape. Still trying to chase. They do manage to catch Ikigai. Another great rebound from Jing off the back of Cuckoo's positioning. And Black Hole onto 2. Ikigai. Ace. They're gone. The silence does connect, but they are low enough to clean up. And now Fortune Soul stuck where he doesn't want to be. Level 8 Drow. No items up. Tier 2 will not save. Rebound from Jing to get the stun. Fortune Soul gets clipped by the call down. Taken out by Palos. The arena, though? It's not enough. We'll clean up at least 1 in Cuckoo. It's something, but IHC, it's fallen flat. Blink up for Yoa now with the Yules. Can look for that burst play with a Requiem. And the side of IHC looking shaky in game 1 here. The aggression from TNC, the understanding they've had. This draft with the Enigma. With the Marcy actually paying off for Jing and Cox. It's been all too overwhelming. And again, the impact from IHC supports, I haven't felt that presence of Kishka yet. Ace still, well, just gets the hook shot at the least, so you do have that for you here. Get back to it. Already planting some forward sentries here on the side of TNC. Dragon Tail stun out. We managed to catch Cox with a hook shot as well. No Black Hole to threaten. Midnight Pulse to try to stall, but he is set to fall. Big kill for IHC to find. Still, Ikigai's not safe in that Midnight Pulse. And the Eidolons are rebound. Jing finds 1. Unleash off. Once Ace 12. He has the damage. Hell, even Fortune Soul. Not the safest here. Jing, you gonna go crazy? Maybe he goes a bit too crazy. Will get sacrificed. Tries to lifesteal off. Will get taken out by the multi-shot. 2 for 2. Still, no. Not yet. They got him. They got the Yules. They got the Blink. Yoa cleans up with Bosku to hang around. Make it a 3 for 2. TNC makes everything worthwhile for themselves. And TNC feeling great again in game 1. The side of IHC lagging behind. And it's the impact of this Weaver. Not really there. This Drow has no farm. There's no space to farm for Fortune Soul right now. I mean, you've got the Blink in 11. You've got the Blink on Ikigai, but you need the BKBs. You have to have these BKBs. You cannot play into the magical damage and control. And even with the BKBs, you have to watch for Cox. Because he's going to have Black Hole. He's going to be able to jump in. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Ace, actually, with a hook shot as their most stable out-of-reach stun. I don't know if you can afford to not initiate with hook shot, though. Let's see. Wards and Plague Wards. Spotting out the smoke. IHC smoke right under vision. Not going to be able to get anything done. Instant D-ward out from the side of IHC. TNC still hugging this area. Standing under the wards this time. A Cuckoo. No, wait, what? 11 misses the spear. A little bit of a whiff. A blunder. Their ward advantage there. Homing missile does come out. The Mars is a tanky target, though.
Dire's middle tower is under
They will go elsewhere. Keep the farm game up. Maybe apply pressure onto that top. They did get a glimpse of Fortune Soul off the back of the ward. They know someone's farming that area. Can Yoe make it in time? Creep Wave is still running past. Yoe, will you blink up into the tree line? He needs his Creep Wave gone first. No, actually, no. Fortune Soul? Are you going to step in here? Not with Jing around. Surely not. Pings are out. Fortune Soul will stay, but Yoe has a decision to make. Flank from the rear with Kishka. Will blink away with a scan out. Jing does get left behind. Full Spirit Vessel up as well on Kishka, so the regen game for Jing. Can't just fully commit that Unleash now as well. They will expend 2 charges just in case, and Ikigai will take the kill. Smoke out from TNC. Cox has that black hole, has the blink ready.
bottom tower is in trouble.
Ace, the only one showing, will take care of the clockwork. First, get the Yules on Kishka. Get the Requiem. Oh, instant time lapse does mitigate some of the damage, but Kishka should fall. 2 kills down for free. Only the supports, though, from IHC, but TNC more than happy to take that. Get started onto the tier 2 top as well. Slow and steady. Not going to fully commit.
Dire's top
Instead, there
tower
is a
in trouble.
Roshan ready to be taken here. So they will make their way into the pit first. And clean that up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Shouldn't take too long for this one to go. With the damage output on Palos. Has the full Ags, has the Crystallis up. Roshan is set to fall. Flare will spot, but they are way too far out to contest Roshan at this point.
Roshan's been taken out by the raid.
And they will give it out to Palos. BKB not too far off now as well. Got the Yasha indeed. Yasha Kaya for Yoe going for that quicker Requiem. BKB is for the side of IHC on the other hand. It's still far away. Again, there's been very limited map space. All the cores are at minimum 1k behind. Pretty much on average nearly 1.5 to 2k gold. At 18 minutes in, that is significant.
Radiant's bottom tower isn't looking so great.
They need so much more. Guys, if Twitch is lagging, check Facebook and YouTube. Those are stable. Unfortunately, Twitch. The servers have been having issues.
The Radiant have bought
It's
their
not
buildings
something
at
I can
lower
fix, and the only way I can fix this device killing the stream.
Dire's top tower
That
is
will
under
kill
threat. Radiant's bottom
kill the
tower
YouTube
is
and
looking so
Facebook as well. Yeah, so
Radiant's
check out
lost their
YouTube,
bottom
Facebook.
tower.
You
Dire's
will
lost
find
their
the top
tower.
tier 2 for free on TNC. Of course, holding on to the Aegis is a threat. No, it's Globe. It's Globe. Globe routing. Check FB YT.
Radiant's
Still
bottom
stable.
tower is in trouble.
It's Twitch that's unstable. Honestly, it's Twitch. Like, even on PLDT, my Twitch has been really bad.
Courier's
I know.
down. Radiant
Twitch.
side.
I know I'm partnered. I know I'm verified here, Twitch, but your servers suck ass. Bezos, fix your shit.
Dire's middle tower
Thank
isn't
you.
looking so
On to the tier 2 mid they go. Palos, again, full confidence in the world. Still 3.5 minutes. Fresh Aegis. BKB, pretty much just 1,000 gold away. A little bit less now. BKB fully up on Cox. You're TPing down bot. They want to find his punish on Ace 12. There's only Ace Clockwork support. Could have a good pincer movement here out from TNC from the triangle position. Oh, they still find A12. Oh, he does manage to hookshot TP instantly.
Bottom tower is under
Oh!
attack.
Great fast read from Ace 12, at least wasting some time, but Tier 2 will be set to fall. It does not manage to creep cut, so Palace will have access as Yoa blows up Fortune Soul again. This drow has no game. This drow looks like a support drow in your pubs. TNC making the Filipino Slayers and the Mongolian stack fall short here. Way off the mark. It's IHC struggling to find any room to find any scaling at all. Tier 2 set to fall. Last outer tower for IHC. Palos setting up on the Watcher, going on to the Tormentor already by himself. It should be able to just find it, and will, as the Tier 2 falls as well. Free shard for Cuckoo. He's got the Venomous Gale upgrade. As they rebound off, blink out. Does manage to bail on Ikigai. Good read from Jing. On to the Tier 2. Still 2 minutes left on the Aegis. Still, double BKBs up for IHC. They have to make this timing count. They go with a smoke. Can you get the blink angle on 11? Can you get the blink target on Ikigai? They've got to. This is it. Long flank from the left side. Ikigai 11. Trying to look for that back line. Oh, it's so tricky. There's a Venom Ward right on top. The flares are there. If the smoke breaks, no, they manage to get the isolation. Instantly onto Cox. Spear up. No, but the black hole is ready. Oh, he catches them. They commit to the hook. Cox will find a cleanup. Fortune Soul falls. Ikigai is gone. Kishka's forced to skitter away. And on the high ground, they're keeping the chase onto 12. Kishka does fall to Yoe, as Palos can just find more of these objectives. Nothing to be scared of now, and they call the GG. IHC get curb stomped. Game number 1. As the side of TNC play a spectacular game to kick off our series here. Well played to the side of TNC. And for IHC, again, when you're up against the Enigma, you can't afford to actually use your hookshot as initiation. But they had very few options. They tried to get this flank out with the smoke. They tried to find an angle in. Could not do so. Very well played from the side of TNC. A great start in these quarterfinals for sure. And they get themselves going on the right foot. So they've got a good start already very early on here for the side of TNC. 1-0 in comparison to IHC. IHC going to have to rally in game number 2. Because there's really not much to break down here. Look at this graph. 10 minutes. Boom. That's it. Laning phase was all... Even the laning phase, I think, if you could zoom in, this was very TNC favored. They were getting way more CS. They were finding some trades from the side of IHC, but certainly not enough. Top net worth from 5 minutes on was already set for TNC. 10 minutes onwards. And it's just completely eclipsed from there. Very rough game for the side of IHC. But again, they can bounce back in game 2. Very good reads from TNC. I love that they get to pick the Yoa SF. SF, again, it's probably the only one that you can allow true out of the mids right now. Out of Storm, Zeus, SF is probably the one to keep an eye on. That can just slip out. Yoa plays like a god. Solap my idol, his username. Yoa. Naughty boy. So that is it for game 1. Time to wait for game number 2, of course. We shall see what is in store for us here today. Look at that profile. Isn't it fun? It's a very good profile. Rolling sched, yes it is. It should be, theoretically. I do apologize if the mod is acting up. I'm just manually untiming out. Again, I do apologize. The auto mod is very aggressive. Just take a look at that profile. Look at that. Look at him. It's funny. Alright, let's go. Cuckoo. Peacemaker is in. We shall watch game. 1-0 for TNC so far here. We shall stick to this one. We can check the brackets. Do I have my... That's not set proper. Here. Alright. These are our brackets so far. Let me actually adjust this. Since it's smaller now, we can shrink it down a little bit more. Alright, that will do. So here's what we have today for Open Qualifier number 1. TNC versus IHC 1-0 so far. YG versus Cobalt's not quite done. Prism versus Meparb as well, not quite done. Team TK already taking 1 over the Abeng stack. It's already a good start if you're curious about what's in the Abeng stack. It is good old Raging Potato, Joel, Krish, Sandro, and Abeng. So this is the brackets already. Alright, TNC 1 game up. Cobalt's Yangon, potentially the next opponents of TNC 2-0 clean sweep. Prism, Meparb still going. TK, Abeng, already 1 up for DJ Stack. Again, Team TK is a team. So this does have a backing. This is not just a stack of players, I do believe. It's an org. Maybe a trial run in the Open Qualifiers. So we will see if they can get it done. Again, we are waiting for in-game. Delay is 15 minutes, so it will take some time here. Snap, I'll give it a shot. Full screen it up later on. Does look like we're losing bitrate again on Twitch. So again, if you're on Twitch and the bitrate is dropping, go check out YouTube, Facebook. It is stable there. Do apologize. But this one is out of my hands. I've been trying to fix this for a long time. Let me just try. Check my ping-t, twitch.tv. It says my ping is fine. I don't know what it is. Twitch is just bad. Yeah, it is lagging. I know. Tracer twitch.tv. The globe relays seem to be working fine. Yeah, all the relays in the Philippines are working fine. And then it stabilizes. I don't understand Twitch Philippines. The game was 22 minutes long for game 1, Tokyo. There's an issue with routing. I can see the packet drop somewhere in the transition from Davao to Cebu, Davao to Manila. So there is an issue in the routing. But I think this is very distinctly just a Twitch routing issue. Let me try a tracer on Google. Tracer on google.ph, not showing issues yet. It was on hop 5 that I'm dropping here. Let me see. It's packet 5 that drops. Oh! It is dropping a packet on the 5th hop. What IP is that? 142.250.174.151. What is this? You're investigating with me, chat. Google. Oh, it is routing to Manila. Yeah, it's whatever the hop from to Google in Manila. Something's up with that. All right. Yeah, I dropped a packet there even on Google Ping, and I'm pretty sure it's the Amazon relay. Yeah, it's the Amazon relay. So it's the handshake into Manila, and I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon's end, which is Twitch. Again, I do apologize. And you will have to see something else there. Give YouTube and Facebook a shot, because it's pretty buggy here. Alright, that's a bracket. Had enough of that. We are still waiting. Dominic Dagamak, shout out to you. Twitch, Philippines. Dropping packets. I already tried the Water Paris, yeah. Good day, Mick Mick. Next game is starting now on delay. Day 2 of asking where the hell is my Merienda episode. Low-key psyched. It's coming soon, okay? It's coming soon. It's still being edited. Specs of our PC, no. It used to be a 3900X. Got a 5800X 3D on tray. 2080 Super into a 3080 used. And an Asus TUF Gaming X570 Wi-Fi Plus. 32GB 2x16 G-Skill Trident Neo Z. 3600 CL18. 980 Evo Pro 1TB, 980 Evo Pro 2TB, 860 QVO 2TB, 4TB WD Black. I think that's the full spec list. Bulalo sa Bangkerhan. Yes, I do like me Bulalo and Bangkerhan. Balbakwa. Dugay, it's a little bit, it's stalled. We have around 3 to 8 minutes, I think, is how long it will take for us to get in there. So a little bit of a wait until the lobby loads in for us spectators here. Updates on the bracket, by the way, BTW. Do have, okay, it's loaded in, but Prism did take one game over Meeparb already, so shall see how that continues. As we do have game 2, TNC versus IHC, game number 2. CL18 is slow, yeah, but it is a budget kit. 3600 CL18, I felt like it's fine. All right.
5 seconds, boss.
Yeah, it's Twitch. It's definitely it's Twitch. It was so stable for an R and then it just drops. I hate this. I don't want to pay for a restreaming service, all right? I don't have money to pay for a restreaming service just to get it fine on Twitch. And that's why it's so annoying. So annoying for me. Like, this actually triggers me. I'm actually gonna ping Twitch and get them to fix this with the ISPs, whatever the fuck it is, because it's insane. Still, game 2, pretty hype. IHC up against TNC. Game 1 going the way of TNC in very dominant fashion. Do have the Marcy SF banned by IHC. They do have first pick overall, so they could try to sneak away with perhaps a TA that's been left. TNC will ban out Zeus, Timbersaw, Batrider as well. And the IO, so they leave the TA in for TNC, which is interesting, considering that, well, I guess you don't have the big TA player in Sanctity left anymore at the same time, so I suppose you don't have too much to worry about here. Let's see what the ban out is for IHC. If they don't want to pick up TA, they have to ban it. Maybe they can clear out something like the Storm. That is an option here for them to take out. Marianda with Mike and John when's the next episode soon. It's still being edited. They ban out the TA, so they don't want to pick it on IHC. There's the DK option for them to start off with again for Ikigai if they want. They'll go with a Tiny. I like that. Tiny again on pause 1 has been feeling amazing. We've seen some of it on 4. We've seen some of it on mid as well. Although the mid one is very rarely. So I do like seeing this coming out here from the side of IHC. TNC back into the Van Mancer once again. So they just go back into the tried and tested safe bet. Which is fair. It did work out quite well last time. Great laning presence coming out from Cuckoo. Can't fault them for picking this up on TNC side.
5 seconds remaining.
Shout out Jogendir Estiliore Buyan. Shout out to you. Do you see the Gyrocopter being banned out by IHC along with a Razor? Bakan a og durian si MJ John sa magsaysay. We did actually. Spoiler alert. We will have that. Centaur being picked up by TNC though. So you do get that strong offlane for Cox. Should be rather interesting to see that one head off.
10 seconds remaining.
God, this lag on Twitch is so annoying. I see it. I
5
see my
seconds
OBS
left.
going red. It's so annoying. I see my bitrate just shooting down to 1K. I don't know what's going on.
Radiant's choice.
Do you have the Phoenix being picked up now by IHC as well? So a good counterpoint to the Centaur. There's no easy way to clear out the egg here on the side of TNC so far. Sunray is going to feel good to burn through the Centaur as well. I'm wondering if it's going to be the hot spot or the area damage based on missing
10
HP.
seconds remaining.
So I'm keen to see what the pickup is. Jerkabangon, yes, it's laggy on Twitch because Twitch has the shittiest routing. Twitch has the shittiest routing. I don't know what's wrong. It's stable for like 1 hour and then it just decides to not be stable. Like, I don't fucking know with Twitch. It is absolutely atrocious. Yo. Alrighty, let's see here. Yeah, check YouTube, check Facebook. If I kill the stream to fix it, it will just come back. It'll just come back. I swear. I've done it yesterday. It just comes back. I'll kill the stream after game 2. Alright. Do ban out the Dark Seer on the side of TNC, and IHC will pick up Sand King, a hero that's been absent from a lot of qualifiers recently.
Dire's choice.
So I do like seeing this. It's exciting. The Ags buildup is good. I feel like the Caustic Stinger is pretty big. DK does come out for TNC, so they get to slide away with that one. And if it is a tiny mid, a DK safe is pretty fine. Romel John Ramirez, thank you very much. Yeah, it is way better than YouTube. Again, YouTube's getting no issues at all. It's healthy. Like, if it was my internet, you would think all of my streams would be lagging, but it's not the internet. It is Twitch being really bad. Louis Amparo on YouTube, shout out to your BFF, Winota. Shout out. Weaver does come out as well for TNC, so that should be... It could be our pause one. It could be our support for the side of TNC. Jing Weaver doesn't sound too bad. Weaver Centaur. Probably not the most... Not the most synergistic lane, but certainly something that can work.
5 seconds, boss.
Shall see what IHC will want to pick up. Follow through. They have a decent enough AoE hold. Burrow Strike plus Avalanche Toss is fine. I do like the concept of Ags to protect the Egg on the Sand King, and they will go for the Storm. So maybe lining up for the support Tiny, maybe lining up for the pause 1 Tiny, keeping that flex open here on the side of IHC. TNC. Oh, IHC, what are you going to ban out now? It does look like they're expecting either a mid or a support.
10 seconds left.
So what safe laners are still available here? Life Stealers on
5
hand.
seconds remaining.
That could be annoying. Take care of the Dark Willow. Seeming to be expecting something like the Palos Pos 1 Weaver now coming out. Joey Christian Takulso, thank you for your efforts in bringing PH casting to another level. Thank you very much for thinking I'm bringing it to the next level, but thank you. And to see Ursa and Broodmother banned out by TNC. IHC banning out the Dark Willow. Again, there is flex for this Weaver. It can go safe, it can go support.
10 seconds remaining.
So what is the call out? What is the expectation here?
5 seconds, boss.
Shout out to Tyler watching from Kiev, Ukraine. Jan Tomaroy. Shout out to Tyler watching from Kiev, Ukraine. You stay safe there, friend. Last ban, IHC, not too much time left on the reserve. Take care of the Hoodwink. So they are expecting a support for Jing. And IHC, what you take safely. And they've left the Weaver. You've got the Storm. You've got Sand King. You've got Tiny. If you will go for the Sport Tiny. I would love to see them go for Core Tiny on IHC.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining.
See what that pickup is. They're running out of reserve time here. It is a Rubik, so we are going Core Tiny. I'm excited to see that here for IHC. Core Tiny has looked amazing. Jean-Marie Fuentes, shout out from Singapore. Severus, do you mind giving a shout out to my glorious GF Bell? Shout out to your girlfriend Bell. I will reset the stream for everyone on Twitch and YouTube, Facebook. The stream will restart after this match. Again, it does kill the stream when I reset. So we will reset it because Twitch just doesn't know how to make some fucking working infrastructure. Don't know why I'm still on this platform. It's so annoying. So annoying. You know, it's like my internet's not the issue. It's the routing. It's whatever agreement they have with ISPs. I don't know. I don't know how it could be so bad. Alright. Anyway. Last pick for the side of TNC. Shout out to your girlfriend Winona. She's mad now. Louis Amparo, shout out. Solid Snort. I know what that is. I can read. It will be a Skywrath Mage coming out for the side of TNC. Do they have the Arcana here? Jing Sky, no Arcana. That's a report. Rather interesting draft. You end up with DK Sky, Centaur Sky, which is pretty strong in theory. And I like the combinations on hand here for TNC. It's very smooth going for them once things can kick up. So I like it. But I worry about this Tiny. I don't think this is a hero you bully out as much as you do before. It is really good scaling. There's some decent team fight. Again, there's this Ags timing for 11 that ties in to the egg that will come out from Ace. You do have that going for you here. So, again, by draft, I would say maybe TNC's a little bit better off here. Again, I have to check. I think my logos are wrong, but we don't need logos, right? They have logos here. So I would say TNC does have a really good tempo on their draft. I think IHC do need time to scale up, especially with Tiny, right? We're talking about Moonshard, Silver Edge, sort of build up, Echo Saber, Shadow Silver Edge maybe, or just a Moonshard rush. So we shall see. Kim Alipao, shout out to you. We will head into game number 2 here. Best of 3 series. Backs against the wall for the side of IHC. Need to find this win, or they are out and they'll have to play in Open Qualifiers number 2 for that road to the International 13. Game number 2. TNC already 1 game up.
Remember,
in a very good spot here.
Invulnerable.
The side of IHC again, hanging on to this hope with Core Tiny. I don't even know if you can jump in. Feels like you're going to need BKB for sure. But you want your Moonshard. You know, it's an expensive hero to farm up on. Echo Saber's your cheapest option into like Shadowblade, Silver Edge. But you probably want Echo Saber into BKB, into Shadowblade, something like that. For Fortune Soul. Which is again not the ideal. Deep Smoke play out from TNC. Not going to be able to find anyone just yet here.
T-minus 30 seconds.
We shall see if they'll still catch anything off guard. Very defensive wards out from the side of IHC, avoiding the first blood fight. Do you want to play it safe? Does feel like they will miss out on one rune here for their trouble. 11 already under vision. Palos should be able to steal on the Weaver Court. Although,
Stick to the plan.
they are pumped up. Static Slide does connect. We will still find it on Kishka, but Reed fires there. The Gale was out. Here comes even more slows from Jing. The chase down 11's just gone. Kuku will find one. Kishka, oh, does not quite fall. Palos does not have the Shukuchi for a little bit more time. 2 for 2 in the end for the runes. But first blood bonus already up for TNC. 11 falling down. And Kishka having to reset. You have a good run early on here for the side of TNC, as we will get into those lanes. I should take a look at mid first. You have Yoe up against Ikigai on the Storm versus DK. And again, this is fairly straightforward for the DK to play with. And the Storm as well. You just play with a Static Remnant, keep farming up. Yoe should still have a little bit of a better time, just breed firing out. That's all they'll really
Good to
need.
go.
Let me just Google really quick. Twitch OBS dropping after 1R. Alright, I'm just Googling how to fix this damn issue. Alright. Still, again, DK versus Storm. Storm should have a good time, but DK shouldn't be far off. There's no real kill threat here for Ikigai unless he can land, like, double overload. I do feel like this lane is a pretty good level 2 Remnant lane at Tree. It's 180 damage for 80 mana. 10 more mana, 60 more damage. It's very efficient for Ikigai to keep playing. So we'll see if he can maximize that. Still, Yoa is always going to be fine with Breed Fire up. Take a look at the other lanes. A little bit of aggression coming up top from 11 and Kishka. You have the lift back into the Burst Strike and the Stinger. So there's some good damage to pop up there. Not going to be able to try to chase down Kuku. Palos does get the bug off onto Kishka while he tries to block. Get the Gale off as well. Kishka not the healthiest. They'll block again. They do manage to get the Burst Strike. Palos stuck under the sentry. They will lose Kishka first. And Palos should be fine. He'll take that. Another kill coming out for Bosku. Camp is blocked. But you're happy. Might even snipe Korea and does find it after the delivery onto 11. Kuku's finding everything on this Venomancer this time around. He's going to be very happy with how this game is going forward. Side of IHC slowing down on the start once again. Down bot, you've got Jing on the Sky. With Cox on the Centaur up against Ace on the Phoenix and Fortune Soul on that core Tiny. It's going to take a while for, again, this Tiny to feel like a massive threat. It's going to be like an Echo Saber, Shadowblade, Silver Edge, BKB. And that's a lot of farming time you'll need here. Ace does not get the timing to channel while diving to pick up the Lotus, so Cox will have himself a top-up. We do have a hotspot at least here for Ace 12, so there is a lot of regen to come in here. We shall see. So far, again, TNC off to a fantastic start. 11's lane has been atrocious. 10-0 on the Sand King, bottom of all, of course, in terms of CS. You are getting, again, a little bit of play for Ikigai. It does go 2-0-2. Considering how well Static Remnant scales, only 10 mana each level is the way to go. Good damage as well with the Overload if you can connect it, but Yoe is still a nuisance. It's a DK at level 6 you're going to be shoving in. Rune control is much more important for Ikigai as well. Let's see if he'll have control over the first power rune down the line. So far, so good for the side of TNC. Can't really play right now on the side of IHC. Gale connects once more onto Kishka. The bugs are there. The skitter's slow. Try to deny. 11 does actually find it, but 11 does have the burst strike away. Nice little move from 11, but he's stuck in a very lousy lane now. Shukuchi forward. Palos, just a couple of right clicks here. We'll find it. Palos will take a nice freebie kill. This Weaver set for really good power treads, Falcon Blade, Javelin timing. And Palos should be just right in that high. Cuckoo, again, high impact from the Venmancer in lane. Even on mid, Yoe, letting some hits off onto Ikigai. Does not have mana for a follow-up Breed Fire now. So Ikigai should have some of that relief in lane, but does manage to snag a Water Rune. The side of IHC again, it's a slower start. They need Fortune Soul to start running along with Ikigai. That feels like the big ones to have to consider. Like Sand King can probably play with minimal farm. It is going to be Phase Boots into Ags Rush. No Blink even being considered by 11. The Ags is the big timing for that Sand King. It's just how fast can you farm, at least in the jungle. It is quite fast. Ikigai forced to reset back in base. Yoa gets the faster 6 into the Corrosive Dragon. With a Siege Creep. Really good timing for Yoa. Could look to shove in.
Top tower is under attack.
And will choose to do so with a Siege Creep up again, although it does cop tower aggro very early. So he's not going to be able to maximize as much. Level 6 up on Ikigai. Power Rune. Ikigai wants a DD, but Cuckoo does deny. He will sacrifice, it does look like. No mana left on Ikigai. They'll find that kill with Kishka. Kishka will trade away. Ikigai does find himself some bounty runes for his trouble. So he is going to be fine. Fully topped up. But you've got the room now for Yoe. Lado's free hits onto the tower. Ace does show up with a Flame Spirit, but Ancient Seal up. Ace does have to dive away. Blood Grenade is maybe gonna kill him. No, 9 HP on the last tick.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Close call. Stampede. Looking to run down. Fortune Soul does have to toss away. Can he do more? The slow stacking up from Cuckoo. Fortune Soul dropping low, can't do much. Does die. Kill for Cox. And TNC, we thought this would be the most even matchup here. It's basically just all in. So they are finding everything on the side of TNC right now. IHC, just very limited options. Guys, again, if you're on Twitch, try YouTube and Facebook. Twitch is having some routing issues. I cannot kill the Twitch stream and fix it without killing the other streams as well. So we will fix it after the series. As it's a 5-1 start, TNC doing well. And the side of IHC, again, lagging behind severely. Do have good stacks built up by Kishka. There is that. They should be able to catch up on farm there, but again, everything else has just bled away. Net worth lead quite nicely lined up for the cores on the side of TNC. Minimal lead so far in terms of balance, but it is a good start for Palos and Yoe. Already at the Javelin timing for Palos, looking at rotation down bot. Onto Fortune Soul if they can find his flank. There is a ward to protect at the least, so Fortune Soul can back his way away. Is back off 11 coming in. They want to force this fight, but 11's going to be spotted on the side, trying to go for the epicenter. Will find Cuckoo. And that's a start for IHC. Avalanche does clip Palos, trying to channel away. Does have Tsukuchi. So is fairly safe here, Palos. Another kill for the side of IHC. Second kill of the game. And that does count for a lot. And considering how far behind you are on IHC, you need every single thing you can find. So that does minimize the pain just a little bit. Still, again, TNC in a very happy spot. Maelstrom for Palos, only lacking the Mithril Hammer now. He should be set to go once that's up to keep that aggression going. 11 does have phase boots, and the Ag's not too far off. Mind you, he does not have a single skill point in the Sandstorm. So he does not quite have that up. Still, Stampede. Trying to get, well, looks like they might have been trying to commit onto our Centaur. They don't manage to run down mid. They are shoving it in with Yoe, again in the corrosive dragon form.
Temporary invulnerability, dire side.
Should be able to find out no problems here. Looks like so far, again, TNC in control, getting a slow, steady shove on mid, down to 345 HP. There's some aggressive vision from the side of IHC. It's just vision they can't play with yet. Wondering if Ikigai ends up going for the Meteor Hammer. It does feel necessary for that mana regen amplification. Again, there's still strong solutions here. Ancient Seal can just ruin your day. So it's not going to be the smoothest of times here for Ikigai until maybe a U-Ult or a BKB comes up. You are giving 11 the space to clear out these stacks. With the Stinger, doesn't take too long. Again, rushing into the Ag's timing for our Sand King. Fortune Soul, Echo Saber timing not too far off, but you are getting into the Blade Mail for Cox already flying out. They are trying to pressure on mid with Kishka and Ikigai. But the push progress is not as quick. At least the Siege Creep can get a couple of pot shots in, not much. So again, very stable game state for the side of TNC. And the side of IHC. Lagging pretty far behind. Still, wait and see if IHC can play off of these timings. Again, Ags for 11 is actually forming up pretty fast. Top net worth on his side, evening out with Palos. TP's down mid. There was a threat onto Ikigai. He does manage to get the control onto Jing, but the damage from Jing. Ancient Seal out. The egg not enough to stop that. Of course. They will stampede away as well. Ikigai falls again to Yoe. Yoe with Blink up early does have control. Again, with Ancient Seal. The Storm really doesn't have play. That does leave the mid-tier 1 alive at 19 HP, but IHC should look for the deny at this point. So I don't think you can really take a fight around the area.
Radiant's middle tower just got denied.
We'll deny it off. Echo Saber for Fortune Soul is coming in. So it is the start of something new here. And now, TNC going for a smoke out. No dragon form, but melee range Dragon Tail instant stun is going to be big. Smoke out as well from the side of IHC. Kishka wanting to try to roll over Palos. Do they really have enough control before the time lapse flies on though? Do they have the damage here? Doesn't quite feel like it unless 11 can find a follow-up.
Radiant's bottom tower is in trouble.
Have to see the smoke from TNC does fail as well. Palos already behind the tier 1 should be safe. Ikigai is still trying to look, but not going to find anything. Just goes to clear out the small camp. So, wasted smoke opportunity from both sides. It does feel a little bit worse for IHC. That's time where your Storm's not farming.
Stupendous.
He's not building up. You've got free space for TNC to keep playing this way. Mage Slayer coming out now for Yoe. At the very least, the Quarterstaff is coming in. Fortune Soul does have the Echo Saber, so our Tiny is starting to find something. Smoke again from TNC. Dragon form up from Yoe. Can they catch something? 11 would actually be such a big target. Highest net worth hero on the side of IHC right now. Is sneaking forward. He shows his position by the creep wave. They're going to take the high ground flank here on TNC. 11 walks up. Dragon Tail stun into the Ancient Seal and the Mystic Flare, and they will find one.
Radiant's top tower is
Cox, meanwhile, does manage to stampede away, but a stolen stampede. Kishka, he wants to chase, does manage to find Cox, but do they have the damage? Egg drop. Cox still healthy. Ancient Seal onto Ikigai once more, and he's gone, but oh, does get saved for a moment. Not long enough. The silence still lingers. They will kill Ikigai off for Cox. Arcane Rune for Palos. Does get Avalanche. She just gets tossed up and right-clicked with the Echo Saber. Palos gone. Jing, copping that Sunray. Not gonna die, but some big kills for IHC to find. They will lose Ace. This TNC will be able to punish. To be fair, he found a Centaur, he found a Weaver. 2 cores for a core support. Very worthwhile trade for the side of IHC. TNC for their side have to be a little bit cautious. Wisdom Rune, nice steal from Kishka. Again, every single resource counts when you're so far behind. We'll get Dragon Tail stunned up and taken out. But they do manage to steal Wisdom, you know? That is important. They do need catch-up in terms of, you know, having a Phoenix support. Needs a lot of EXP. It's something you'll take. Ikigai going for, surprisingly, an Eternal Shroud to cop through the control first. And the side of... and the side of TNC again. Just keeping up this tempo. Blade Mail up on Cox. Maelstrom already up on Palos. Going for the Gleipnir. Jing doesn't need to go Gleipnir, so he's actually free to do what he wants right now on the Sky Rat Mage. Confidence from Cuckoo just to show up. We'll get that Stampede. Trying to jump something. They don't manage to find Ace. Yo, misses out, and here comes the initiation. But Ikigai does not get the Vortex before the Ancient Seal. Just dies. Fortune Soul, nice avalanche out. Can he get the damage? No. Cox comes in. Hoof Stomp out. Sunray interrupted. Tossed back to try to buy time. There goes the egg. They need to get this presence out. They do have the eggs, but 12, Ace, 11 just melts. Fortune Soul getting healed up. Might be fine, might not be. Has 20 wand charges up. Cox does not connect the stun, dies. But Fortune Soul is still set to fall. Ancient Seal amplification from Jing. Enough. So they will try to chase Kishka as well. Should have the damage for this. Maelstrom proc. One more. No. Jing will fall from the charge from Ikigai. Respawns are short, but Palos will find one more. Vortex out. Ikigai out of mana. Time lapse still there for Palos. Going to be just fine. 3 for 3. All things considered, when you trade like that, actually 5 for 4. When you trade like that for IHC, it's still worthwhile. Like, again, they get more gold than they lose. So you are somewhat catching up. It's still not the comfiest of times here for the side of IHC. But they've got the Ags up on 11. Just need some saves. Going for the Yules and the Eternal Shroud now to cop through some of that damage. We shall see what they can get done. Do you have the go-ahead as Palos reconnects? We'll get to it. Shield Rune spotted by Bosku. That should be a nice freebie for Yoa as he TPs back onto mid. Sanj not too far off now for our DK as well. Can he get this jump? Ikigai. Could be a nice target. Walks right under vision. 2 wards. From TNC, but IHC spots Yoa out as well walking by the river. Ikigai. Still hanging around this area. Not going to force anything major out. Again, you've still got a lot of room to grow here on TNC. Gleipnir up on Palos. BKB next. Once the BKB's up, this Weaver really has nothing to worry about. Like this Ags timing that we were looking for from 11 still going to be great, but it still feels good. Impactful, but the BKB will severely mitigate his presence in the front line. So they do try to jump forward. They will find Ace, 12. Right-click unceremoniously takes him down. Yoa with another kill. IHC just doesn't feel like they can play. All Kishka can do is just steal Shikuchi and try to be a nuisance as they do manage to find Ace. They find 11. Sandstorm's annoying, but not enough. 11 does fall. They're trying to get more. Zip forward, though. Cuckoo stuck in the fire line. Stampede to try to save. Vortex is there in the nick of time. But here comes the Gleipnir from Palos. Ikigai's gone. 3 for 1 just for the Veno. Not enough for IHC this time around to feel good. Inside of TNC, again, very happy with this game state. They make it look easy right now up against the side of IHC.
Dire's top tower is in trouble.
And the
Radiant's
side
middle tower is under
of
attack.
TNC. A spectacular game 2 coming out here already.
Radiant's middle
Lincoln's for
tower is in
Palos,
trouble.
2 parts away. You've got, I'm guessing, just a Ghost Glimmer Cape coming out for Jing. Sanjin Yasha for Yoe. Some stab resist on top. Eternal Shroud for Cox. Guardian Greaves for Cuckoo, not too far off. Again, this is not ideal. Fortune Soul trying to go for the BKB. So they will catch one with 11. Sandstorm should keep Cuckoo stunned up, but is getting lucky with the distance. Will melt to Ace in the hotspot. So that is 1. As long as they don't lose anything, you can slowly reel your way back in here, so they will smoke.
Dire's middle tower is
Very
under attack.
aggressive. IHC once more. Can 11 get the angle? Spots Cox, but the blink was their way.
Dire structures are fortified.
Still, slow and steady siege for Fortune Soul with his output.
Dire's middle tower isn't looking so great.
Should be able to find that in mid-tier 1. A re-smoke. Or the smoke still running on Ikigai, Ace, and Kishka. Regen rune as well for Ikigai. So some important finds for the side of IHC. TNC though, into the Tormentor. They've got the output. Free Shard does come out for Jing. You will get the Arcane Bolt with additional bolts. Already a little bit of utility, lots more utility coming out there for Jing. Kishka spotted mid. Cox not going to be able to jump in. 4 staff away. Forward vision does spot this smoke. They should be able to back off on IHC's end. Or will they? US smoke does get broken. Chasing on to Ace 12. Ikigai does come in with a Vortex, but they don't have the damage for Yoe. Ancient Seal again. They've got the Storm just melting away on the side. The egg was popped. The egg will stay, but they lose 1 on the Storm. Regen was popped as well. Stampede to keep the chase. They get the pin down onto Fortune Soul. Forced to BKB TP away. Ace 12. Or 11. Coming in with the epicenter. Not enough. 4 for nil. Does TNC just clean up?
Dire's top tower is looking
The side of IHE just very scattered. That
Radiant's
smoke
top tower is in trouble.
under the vision does get punished severely. And TNC now will be able to steal Tormentor. Free Shard for Cuckoo. The upgrade in the Gale always feels good. Go for a reset. Guardian Greaves now up on your Venomancer. Palos, Lincoln's again just lacking the ultimate orb at this point. Not too far off now. Full Sanjin Yasha for Yoe. So he's got that forward
Radiant's
princess
top
as well
tower
now
isn't
for the
looking so
DK.
great.
Everything is lining up for the side of TNC. For the side of IHC, what can you really do here? You need a BKB on Ikigai. You cannot go back for the Eternal Shroud. He has to go BKB first, for sure. You need this BKB. Maybe not BKB. You do have a Yules on 11. I think just a Storm BKB and maybe a Wind Waker on your Sand King. Things can start to look up. That is still a ways off. I love this pickup as well for Ace. Going for the Holy Locket. The regen amplification with a hotspot is pretty big. So you do have that going for yourself here. Inside of TNC. Still keeping that aggression. Again, trying to invade.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
Lincoln's does pop on Palos. As he will collapse onto the Phoenix. Glimmer Cape to save for now. But Ace is still set to fall, and Yoa will find another.
Showing off.
One more bites of dust. They even fortify to ensure Ikigai doesn't get farmed. Being as annoying as possible. TPing up top. 11. Yules to save. The Sandstorm is annoying. Getting lucky on the RNG, but not lucky enough. So he will fall. Another for Yoa. Double kill across the map. 10 to 25. 12k lead at TNC. Not done yet. Gleipnir ready on Palos. Not gonna commit. Maybe catches out Kishka as they Shikuchi around each other. But no. Take the gate across on TNC. And relax. Get this BKB up for Palos. Get the full Shivas up as well for Cox. They can't get started in Rosh, and this is hilarious with DK Corrosive Dragon form. The minus armor does make this a very simple process, of course. Palos will come in with the bugs, even more minus armor to play with. And that should start to soften up this Rosh. Gonna be a freebie for TNC, no contest from IHC. And we'll find it. Aegis up for Palos. Set to go. Full confidence now for TNC. IHC. They've got that BKB for Fortune Soul. Into the Shadow Blade, of course. What do you have in our Storm? Still lacking quite a fair bit for that BKB of his own. Again, the tools are coming in. TNC's draft very tempo heavy early on with the supports. They have good scaling on the cores, however. That is one consideration. Already starting onto the tier 2, just free pokes out for the side of TNC. They are cutting the creep waves on mid quite nicely here, though, on IHC's end. And keeping top shoved in. So they are ensuring that's only going to be one tier 2 you can safely find on TNC's hand. Palos will clean it up fully.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's lost their bottom tower.
No contest from IHC. I really feel like you have to do something with IHC once you've got these BKB. Shadow Blade up from Fortune Soul with a BKB. Cuckoo is scouting forward. It does take the Watcher.
Radiant's bottom tower
Fortune Soul. He popped the Shadow Blade early. Well, it does have the BKB, but that's a second BKB TP, eh? So it's down to 7 seconds now for your Tiny. Not a good feeling for IHC whatsoever.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is in trouble.
As the side of TNC is just cleaning shop here.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great. Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll find mid tier 2 for their efforts. And just onto the high ground. I mean, IHC can't afford to play this kind of game forever. BKB up on Ikigai. This has to do something. They've got to find something. They lose their courier with Eternal Shroud for 11. Big take. As 11 was trying to sneak it forward while he was in the jungle. Or was trying to sneak it into the secret shop. 12k lead. TNC still holding on. Side of IHC. It's do or die. More pressure in them to win this. To avoid a game 3 stampede. Kishka. Too fast in the Shikuchi. Will be fine to step away. Still Fortune Soul again. S and Y being found here for the Tiny eventually. Into the Shadow Blade. Into a Daedalus perhaps. There can be play here. They do snipe Bosku as well. Hanging a little bit too far forward. Ikigai does find one. But for the side of TNC, you still have Aegis for 2 minutes here. Palos goes aggressive onto Kishka. Does get the Gleipnir off. Stop! Right on point from Cox. And should be able to find this nice pickup onto that Rubik. They will. Full BKB up now for Palos as well. There should be nothing holding them back from the high ground, except for maybe the egg. A minute and a half left for Palos. Get started on the tier 3s. Zip across, trying to cut back for Ikigai. With a tier 3. Not long for this world with Yoa committing now. Tower's gone. Rack's not too far off. And will just melt. Zip forward. Ikigai just trying to clear. Can't commit. And that's just it. Free racks again for TNC. And just back away. Nothing to stop them. IHC, no play right now. Needs so much more. For Fortune Soul. Yoa, meanwhile, Satanic up on the DK. You've got that Blink up on Jing. You've got a lot of HP on Cuckoo just going for double fluffy hats. Again, Palos still has the BKB to send out. Into the Shard. Probably just waiting for that, is he? Does look like it, actually. Is he really just waiting for it? Huh. Interesting. Cooking. 11. Does get spotted out. The Gleipnir does connect from Palos, but the bugs do not. Not getting stunned in the sandstorm either. That's rather unfortunate for 11.
Radiant's top tower isn't looking so great.
Smoke out. IHC. This feels like do or die. Aegis set to expire. This is their opening. Aegis will expire now to charge forward. Ikigai does find Jing. Glimmer Cape will protect, and that is actually enough to stall. Still, they will commit. They'll find that kill. Cuckoo now in the firing line. Cox does not fully melt. Did blade mail to threaten, so they will have to pop the egg early. And Palos still set to go. Still has the BKB usage available. Epicenter does fly in. Oh my god, they got Fortune Soul to Gleipnir. Palos cleans up. Hoof stomp from Cox. Catches 2. And they clean up on TNC. Take the tier 2. High ground's opened up. No egg, no epicenter. Nothing to worry about here. As even Palos still has his BKB to play with. And TNC making this look like a very easy time here up against the side of IHC, forcing the buyback already on the Phoenix. But that tier 3 tower is set to fall. The damage from Yoe, this corrosive dragon, just was way too much. With the minus armor, the tower will fall. The racks will fall. One last set. Yoe makes his way down. Dragon form will fade. But does he care? Probably not. Get started on it. How do you play without the egg epicenter? You have to hold for a full minute. Cox jumps forward, finds 11. They get the silence as well onto Ikigai. Buyback forced out. Didn't have BKB. Charges forward again. Playing risky. Does not have mana. Silenced up again. The dive forward. 11 does cover. They'll find Cuckoo. Cox does Stampede away. Will be able to get out. Hoof Stomp is stolen by Kishka instead of Stampede. Cox set to fall. Ikigaido out of mana. Palos is on the hunt. Palos will find 1. Fortune Soul. He's got some output here. Can they take care of that Weaver? Not quite. Time lapse there. Palos does manage to escape. Might be able to catch Ace. Doesn't. BKB pop though. 11 drops. Yoe gets the Dragon Tail onto 1. Cleans up Kishka. Ace trying to heal up. Do some damage. Doesn't manage to get it. And Fortune Soul now stuck in the middle. Shadow Blade. Does have the option to bail out. Does have the BKB. Does not pop it yet. They call the GG. IHC is out 2-0. TNC make it forward. But at the side of IHC, we'll have to play through Open Qualifiers number 2. But TNC, a smooth ride so far in these Open Qualifiers. Best of 3s. Do manage to get it done. And again, well played to the side of TNC. They play it nice and smooth. Very dominant game 1 and game 2 here. The side of IHC just looking a little bit lost. They had some ideas in this draft, but it falls off the mark. And again, TNC looking smooth, looking strong so far in these series. Of course, we can take a look at our brackets as well. Just take a look at this real quick before we restart stream. And let me turn that on. So these are our brackets. TNC has moved on 2-0 up against IHC. Potentially up against the Kobolds or Yangon Galacticos. Prism still waiting on the result up against me Parb. Team TK already beating Abeng's party by 2-0. So these are already 2 of our potential qualifiees in the semifinals. Again, all these teams have to do if they win the quarterfinals is to win the semis in the best of 3, and those 2 teams are in. That's all they need. I will come back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. We will be live again on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We will go for that second series and do everything else as well. But we will reset because of these Twitch issues. Hopefully we'll find this fixed soon. Stick around. Again, on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. We'll fix the Twitch one real quick and we'll be right back.